What's up, guys? Master Stoner here, bringing you a video that was actually just suggested to me about 30 seconds ago from an old friend of mine. He said a suggestion for a video would be thoughts on college for high school students and like some experiences that I've had and how I feel about college then compared to now and vice versa. I'm gonna tell you guys, get ready, prepare your future early. Don't wait till last minute, because if you wait till last minute, then you may not pick the right thing that you've ever wanted to do. And hold on, I'm gonna put some music on here real quick, because I can't just sit here. Alright. But anyway, thoughts on college. If you're a senior in high school, think about it now. And if you just start thinking about it now, you did it wrong. You should have been thinking about it freshman year. I didn't think about it until I was a senior. Well, actually, I thought about it junior summer is when I thought about what college I wanted to go to. And I decided that I wanted to go to International Business College here in Fort Wayne. It's an accelerated school. I only go to school for 2.5 years to get my bachelor's degree. Yeah, that's a year and a half off of any other school. But the downside to that is, you guys, is it's really, really fast paced. Like, you fall behind really fast. Like, I'm behind as it is. And that's why I haven't really been making videos as much. But thoughts on college, I think that everyone should consider it. I'm not saying everyone should go, I'm saying everyone should consider it. Big difference. Like, I thought, like, coming up, I was like, oh man, I ain't never going to college, man. College isn't worth it. I'm sitting in my dorm room right now recording a video talking about thoughts on college. Like, you never know what you're gonna do, ever. But make sure that if you do consider thinking about college, you guys, pick a college that's affordable, because you really don't want to pull out any student loans, because student loans will kill you. For example, my engineering teacher that back in Peru, he has a whole bunch of engineering degrees, and he pulled out 2 student loans, one for him and one for his wife. And it took him 15 years to pay off his wife's. And he has another 15 to pay on his. That's 30 years of student loans. That is so much money you're wasting. Like, that is so much money you could put towards, like, your kids' future, just anything else besides, you know, paying the government back for, hey, you owe us. That's stupid. Like, I pulled out one student loan, I think, and that was my Perkins loan, and that's like $5,000. And with the job that my college will help me get after my degree, I'll be making $130,000 a year. So $5 is really not that deep. But for other people that, you know, don't have these opportunities, don't like if you're gonna go to college, I highly recommend it that you go straight out of high school. Don't do what everyone else does and wait a year, or wait a couple years, or whatever. No, if you're gonna go, keep all the basic knowledge that you got from high school fresh in your mind, and ride out as soon as you graduate. Like, before you graduate, start applying for colleges that you want to go to, and, you know, just know what you want to do, because there's no point in, like, going to, like, me wanting to go into graphic design when I really wanted to go into, like, something that doesn't even do with drawing or whatever. Like, if I wanted to be a vet tech student and me going to graphic design, like, that makes no sense. That's just me wasting so much more money. But, like, for college, you want to know what you want to do. Like, you have to have a good basis on what you want to do after college. Like, your career. I'm not talking about some job. I'm talking about your career, what you want to do for the rest of your life to make money. It matters. Like, I want to be a computer programmer / video game creator for whatever company. Any company. Hopefully Blizzard, so I can make World of Warcraft, because, you know, that's my game. But some of my experiences here at International Business College, there's a large diversity of people. You'll make tons of friends relatively quickly, and you'll make just as many friends. Well, I mean, just as many enemies. But I haven't ran into too many people I don't like here. It's mostly girls' high school drama that can't get on with their lives is what you run into. But most of the people up here pretty nice. You don't have to deal with like the drama that you have to back home. I mean, it's basically a fresh start if you think of it that way. Like, I really enjoy college here. I do. But like I said, it's really fast paced. You have to keep the ball going. Like, you can't slack off for a minute. Like, I start school at 8:55 in the morning and I get off at 1:25 in the afternoon, and then the rest of the day is mine to work on homework or just do me for the rest of the day. And it's business casual or business professional, I think. Like, I have to show up in khakis and a polo and dress shoes, but for 4 days out of the week. But on Friday, it's casual day. You can wear whatever you want. You just can't like be erotic or whatever and show skin or whatever. It's cool. Like on Friday, I wear my Pikachu hat. Yeah, nerd. Anyway, like, I think I was more scared of coming to college straight out of high school until I found out that there's like a buddy system here. Like, if you can talk a friend into going to the same college as you, and when you fill out your paperwork and stuff, you can put their name on a piece of paper. Like, I don't know if they do this at all colleges or if this is just IBC, but you can put their name down on a piece of paper and you'll like bunk with them. Like, they'll be your roommate. And I have my cousin that is my roommate here, so it made making like the comfort zone from home, it made it a whole lot simpler. So like, the way I see it is that me and my roommates, this is just like one big sleepover, kind of, because like all of my roommates came from the same town that I did, but they went to a different school than me. Like, my cousin went to North Miami, I went to Peru, and my other two roommates went to McConaughey. Like, and we all got along, like, hit it off like the first day, like, because we all came from the same place. We're like, oh yeah, like, I've seen you around and whatever. But the first day of class, everything, they laid it out there, and I got a bunch of books, and I was like, man, homework city central. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of homework. I hate homework. Like, I hate doing work outside of class, but I've learned that when you get to college, if you fall behind, your personal computer and Microsoft Word become your best friend. Like, here for the past couple days, I've had to stay up till like 2 to 3 in the morning working on nothing but homework. That's only because I'm, lazy sometimes. Can't, just your regular college student, shirk your work and push it off until the last day, and I get decent grades. Like, I'm not the A student, I'm kind of the, B/C student here. But, like, the work's not hard, it's just you get a lot of it at one time. And, like, the difference between, like, my college and other, like, 4-year schools is, like, other schools may have you go for, like, 3 days a week. No, we go every day, Monday through Friday, with a set schedule for, like, 10 weeks at a time, and then after that 10 weeks, that's the end of our term, and then we get 5 new classes. And 5 different times. Like, the first term I had school from 8 o'clock to 2:30, and now I go from 8 to 1:25. Well, 8:55 to 1:25. Like, college isn't hard, and like, all the people that are like, oh well, I don't want to go to college because I don't like school. I don't like school either. I hate school. I hated high school. I hated elementary. I don't like the general education side. I'm only in it because I learn what I love to do. Like, I only had one general education class, and that was math. And English, which I still have, but English isn't hard. It's just fill in the workbook, and you pass. And we have one big grade, which is a 5-page paper. That's not hard. we get to do it on whatever we love to write about. And I won't go into that. That's another video for another day. But my thoughts on college is, it doesn't matter if you don't have enough money to go. It's definitely a very valid option, no matter what you want to do after school, like after you graduate high school. And yeah, sometimes it's okay to, like, if you want to, like, get a job at a factory or something and work for a couple years and then go to college, if you can remember all the stuff that you learned, then yeah, go for it. But if you forget a lot like me, then I strongly suggest going to college straight out of high school. It'll save you a lot of memory, like muscle memory, and you'll have friends and stuff that'll help you get through the homework and whatever. And if you think you're going to make it through college on your own, just like you think you're going to make it through life on your own, it's definitely not going to happen, I assure you. And if you are smart enough to make it through life and college on your own, then props to you. I couldn't do it. More power to you, homie. It's whatever. But I'm just saying, guys, that college is definitely not for everybody. Like, and if you struggle through school, then maybe college isn't for you, because it's a lot of what we learned through high school plus a lot extra, like a lot of like actual in life. Like, I do computer programming, so I code a lot. I code for 3 to 4 hours of my day. Like, I'm right now, before I started making this video, I did 64 lines of code to make a website for my web design class. And before that, I was doing my 4 to 6 exercises for keyboarding that I was behind because I didn't go to school yesterday because I wasn't feeling too good. But like, college isn't for everybody. If you're thinking about colleges, like, look at the college, like, actually, like, look up what majors and stuff that the college offers, because it's kind of pointless to be like, oh, well, I want to go to Ball State for, you know, I don't know what they offer there, like I want to go to be a barber. What? Like, I don't think you're going to the right school, bro. But like, I have a friend here, she goes to vet tech, and she is a, I don't know what they call them, but she gives the animals their medicine to put them under, to put them to sleep, so that they can perform the surgeries here. And they stay in school until like 3, 6 o'clock, because like, it's a lot of after school surgeries, and like, they actually operate on real animals. Well, the surgeons do, but the students like get to watch and like learn firsthand, and it's really hands-on here. Like, it's like 10% general education, 90% what you want to do in life. So that makes it a lot easier and a lot funner. Plus, you know, it's like the student housing areas here is like, it's like a big compartment, like a big apartment complex. So everyone around here is really friendly, and I mean, like just behind me, if you go through my wall and through my ceiling, you'll be in the resident director's house, like addition, like apartment. And she runs the housing down here, so like, if there's any problems, I can just like go next door and be like, hey, I need whatever fixed, and then she'll call maintenance, or I can call maintenance, and they'll be here within the next 2 to 3 days and fix whatever I need. It's just like a big apartment complex here. Now, I mean, not all college dormitories are like that. Usually it's like, well, I mean, I don't know how other dormitories are, but I know this is a lot different than a lot of them. And I'm like 10 minutes away from the school. I can walk to class every day. I do, usually. But my experiences with like high school and college, I was racking my brain because I jumped on the ball a little later than I thought. Like, I spent so many days trying to like make sure that I had everything I needed like lined up in order, ready to go for when I was ready to leave. And like, I paid for school. Like, the way I did it is, I did it the smart way, since like I didn't have a job when I turned 18. Like, I lived with my grandma, so I was 18. I applied as an independent because, I'm 18, I'm an adult. Well, I'm 19 now, but when I applied for college, I was 18, and I didn't have a job, so I didn't have an income, so that automatically qualified me for all my grants, scholarships, and whatever else, like student loans or whatever. So my school was pretty much paid for by the state, so I don't have to. I mean, I had to come up with like maybe like $1,000 out of the 21 grand that I paid for college for my first year here, which is a lot cheaper than other colleges around here. But like I said, you want to look into the school, you want to look at what they offer, you want to know what you want to do. That's the big thing here. You want to know at least what you think you want to do, like a general idea. Like, I'm a computer programmer. I have a big thing for computers. I love video games. So this kind of, suits me. And I met a lot of cool people. That's another thing. You'll meet a lot of cool people from a lot of different places. Because if you think you're going to see a lot of people from like your general area, no, you're wrong. I mean, you might see a couple, but you won't. Like, it's mostly going to be like residents of where you're going and everywhere else around here. Like my friend Yolanda, she is from Ohio, and she drives all the way. Well, she did. She came from Ohio to here to come to college here, and she goes to like 3 colleges. She's a real trooper. But like expectations, like you want to look into the school. Look at the biggest thing that you want to do is you want to look at the school, and then after that you want to look at like their succession rate, like how many kids actually graduated and got jobs for the degrees that they got. Like that's what IBC showed me. Like when I sat down in the guidance office, they were like, listen, they gave me a list of all the colleges in Indiana, and they gave me a graduation rate and job placement rate. IBC has like a 90 to 100 graduation rate. That's higher than any other college that I've seen. Why? Because a lot of the other like big name dormitories like Notre Dame and Ball State, they're party schools. Like that's what kids go there to do. Is like the kids, like most of them go there to like learn, but a lot of them are there to just party because they heard, oh yeah, this is a party school. Yeah, we can go get wasted, messed up. No, if you're gonna go to college, go to college to go to college. Don't go to college to party. You can party at home. It's cheaper, a lot cheaper. But high school goes fast for you kids that are in high school. College goes even faster because you live day by day and you get so caught up in your schoolwork that the days just kind of blend together. Like I forgot what day it was today. I'm still not really all that sure on what day it is. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah. But college, like I said, it's not for everybody. If you plan on going to the military to kind of, bypass like your lower E1, E2 ranks, go to college first, get your degree in what you want to go, and then enlist in the military, because then you'll enlist at a higher rank because you'll be, smarter than everyone else, I guess. I mean, you still have to do MEPS and like basic and everything, but you'll go in as like a corporal instead of like a private, and that's a bigger pay raise and better outcome for you. But like, don't go to college if you're just gonna like shirk your work or whatever, because if you go to college and you flunk out, you still have to pay for your student loans. And that's like the biggest kicker for me right now, is because like my classes are getting harder, so I have to try harder, and that's not really a problem. It's just I don't like some parts I don't get, like I don't understand on how to do it, and like a lot of my friends don't really understand how to do it either. So we're kind of at like a stalemate right now, so we're just trying to like learn as best we can. And there's so many kids that have like given up, and they have thousands of dollars in student loans that they still have to pay for, and they don't go away. So like even if like you died, then your parents or your next of kin has to pay. and that just ruins their credit, and that's not good for anybody. So if you're gonna go to college, stay in it until you're done. Do your best. Like, D's get degrees, but that doesn't mean you can pass with straight D's. Like, I'm sure you'll have your classes that you excel in, and your classes that you kind of shirk your work a little bit. I know I do. Everyone does. But college isn't really hard. It's tedious and takes a lot of time. It's mostly fun. I mean, I'll admit it. I love being here. Like, I don't like waking up and going to class sometimes, but who does? Like, who doesn't have those days? And senior year, I miss my senior year. I don't remember my senior year. It went that fast. Like, the last thing I remember about my senior year is I was sitting in civil engineering and architecture no, I take that back. I was sitting in advanced manufacturing to get a job at Chrysler, to get my CNC license. I failed horribly because I was like, oh, I already know how to do this. Yeah, I knew how to do it, but when it come to like the papers and stuff, I didn't do them because I was like, oh, I'm only here for the hands-on stuff, which I already know how to do. I failed the textbook part and didn't get my CNC license. But I mean, I know how to do it. Like, if you give me a job, I know how to do it. But they were like, oh, well, we can't get you a job at Chrysler because you didn't get the minimum of the criteria. So I had a backup plan, and coming to college was my backup plan. And then I thought about it, and I was like, man, I don't want to go to college if I'm going to fail. So everyone just kind of was like, you can do it. And I had, like, my family back me up. And, well, I mean, I had those haters that were like, oh, you ain't going to make it to college, bro. Like, you can't do it. You don't know what you're doing. You're just a dumb kid. And I was like, all right, bro, bet. I got you. Here I am, sitting in college. Passed first term, passing second term so far. And for all you kids that are like, oh, I hate high school, yeah, I know, it sucks. So does life. But what you guys have to understand is if you count down the days throughout high school, I counted every day in high school. You can ask my friends, you can ask my family. They would ask me, they're like, how many days left until school's over? And I would tell them without, like, skipping a beat. Like, I'm pretty sure if I wanted to, I could get it down to the hours and minutes. Like, there's 180 days in a school year. State law, 180 days. I started senior year on the first day. I put it in my head. I was like, all right, after this day, there's 179 left to go until graduation. And I bet all my friends, everybody, that I would graduate. And they're like, all right, bet. And I was like, all right. We got down to 10 days left, and I had one credit to go, and that credit was economy. And, oh, man, I hated economy. I mean, it was the easiest class. Metcalf was an amazing teacher. But I didn't like it because, like, there was so much work, and, like, we had to do, like, a stock market project, and I shirked my work so hard on that. Like, I played the game part of it, but I didn't fill out any of the paperwork. I'm really surprised I passed that class with an A, like I did. I mean, I understood it all, but, like, when it came to the paperwork, I didn't know how to put my thoughts onto the paper. That's what killed me. But, I mean, I got it done. And I graduated, and everybody was like, I can't believe he did it. And I was like, yeah, I did. Graduated Peru High School with Core 40. Suck it. Now I'm sitting at International Business College in Fort Wayne, working on my associate's degree for computer programming and networking. And I've learned a lot within the first 10 weeks of college. Like I said, it's really fast-paced here. Not everywhere is as fast-paced. Like, every college is different. Every college has its different whatever. But look into what you want to do. Like, I can't stress that enough, you guys. You have to know what you want to do. Because if you go to college and not knowing what you want to do, you're going to spend so much more money than you need to. And it's just going to be a lot more stressful. So I can't really think. I'm like tripping over my words because I'm tired from lack of sleep and doing homework. But, like, my old friend wanted me to bring this up because I guess there's someone that he wants to show this to. And I'm going to tell you, college is just as easy as high school, I think. Like, I learned everything in high school that I know here. So you put 2 and 2 together, and it's not really that hard. Like, I don't have any over here. Maybe. No, I don't. I don't have any of my textbooks. They're on my backpack. But college, like, things to expect at college. Variety of people, a lot of homework, really strict teachers, and like hands-on basic kind of stuff on what you want to do. Like I said, the vet tech program here is a really good program. I couldn't have made it in it. You have to be really smart. But like, they give anesthetics. That's the word I was thinking of. She gives anesthesia to the animals, and if you give them too little, they'll be in a lot of pain when they're in the surgery. And if you, God forbid, overdose them, they'll die. Like, yes, the animals' care, like the animals' well-being is in your hands. You have to know what you're doing. That's another thing, is college is all like pretty much based off of real life, like what you're gonna do when you get out. And most kids think, oh, it's just gonna be just like high school. No, it's a step up and beyond that. College really prepares you. Like, high school is like the baby steps into college. Like, the general education, that's all for K through 12, but then once you get into college, it's like, what? This is like real life, what you're gonna do after you graduate. And I think the reason I chose IBC is because it's one, like I said, it's an accelerated school. So I get my bachelor's degree twice as fast. And I don't know how many other colleges have this, but like here we have a placement, like a career placement. So once you graduate, it doesn't matter, as long as you graduated from International Business College, you could come back like 10 years, say I have a job, and like I quit after 10 years or whatever, be like, alright, I'm done with this job, I want to go somewhere else, something bigger, something better, I got some job experience now. I just come back here, I go to placement, and I'm like, listen, I got some work experience now, I know what I'm doing, can you help me find a better job? And they'll do all they can to help me get a better job where I want, like where it would suit me, and then I just live my life from there. And I think that's really cool. That helps the struggle. But high school goes quick, college goes quicker, I think, because like the way I suffer through it is I focus on one thing at a time. Like, I don't think about, oh, I'm leaving school. No. If you focus on your work, the day goes a lot quicker. And like, I hope this video helps people. Sorry I rambled. I'm kind of tired. It was kind of a on-the-fly video, but I hope I got my words across well enough that you guys can understand what I'm saying and like comprehend to help you make better life decisions and whatever choices you make, whether it be a job after graduation, whether it be military after graduation, or college. Which I'm just gonna say, like, for all the people that plan on going to college, be prepared. Really be prepared for be prepared to be swamped with work within the first couple days or weeks. And like, if you're going to college to play sports, you guys have to understand that, yeah, you're going to play sports, but you also have to keep your grades up, because if you don't keep your grades up, you're not going to stay in the school to play the sport. So, alright, I'm going to wrap it up on this video, because I'm just kind of rambling now. But I hope I helped you guys, much love to you guys. Hope you guys have the best of luck on your ventures, and I'm out. Peace.